Hi everyone, this is Cynthia from the Going Native Garden Tour, and with me today at the Summerwinds Nursery in Palo Alto is Judy. Judy is the manager of the California Native Plant section. They have a great selection of manzanitas right now, and I asked her to tell us a bit about them. So, Judy?
Okay. Um, well, let's see. The first one I'd like to talk about is our Dr. Hurd manzanita. The main colony came from Portola Valley. Dr. Hurd owns the main hillside, and that's why he got it named after him. It's our local guy. It's the one that gets 15 feet tall, white clusters of bells. This is a little cutie in a 1 gallon, going for $12.99. He gets beautiful red bark, and you can style him a little bit as he grows, but beautiful mahogany red bark. And we also have him in, as he gets bigger, 5 gallons and 15 gallons, and you can see the bark getting beautifully red. And that's one of my favorites because it makes a nice specimen, kind of a shrub tree. It gets 15 feet.
So I have a question, Judy. These in this 5 gallon are very tall, and this one is less tall. And why
Different
is that?
company, different company, and they like to style them a little more open. And this company, I guess it looks like they put them together so they're reaching up high, so you can make this almost like a tree, but it will fill out. Another one I like is Lewis Edmonds. He gets a dark pink flower, and I put signs on it trying to tell everybody what the plant can do for the habitat. And this one won't get as red. It gets more of a chocolate dark bark, and it's starting to make cute little flowers right now, and they will be a nice clear pink.
So these bloom at this time of year?
January and February, sometimes March.
Is that true for all manzanitas?
Oof. Some can bloom a little sooner than others. Not all manzanitas bloom or showy. This one right here is Pacific Mist. It grows about 2-ish feet tall. I'll pick it up here. Totally different. It grows at 2 feet and kind of more like in a wave. And see a little bit of a flower here, but it's not going to be as showy. But it's a beautiful kind of a dark gray foliage, and a real tough guy. Really nice though.
So this whole section here, I see there's more of these. That's a Dr. Hurd over there, right?
Dr. Hurd, we got a lot of. So I have Lewis Edmonds now. I have some Bert Johnson, little guys. Pacific Mist, Carmel Sur, San Bruno. Howard McMinn is one of my favorites. Beautiful red bark. And this one I don't have a sign for, and it is San Bruno, nice ground cover. John Doorley, what a cutie. He came in kind of small, but he's already growing since I've got him in about 2 weeks. 3 feet, 6, 7 feet wide, cute little soft pink flowers. Real tough guy though, and the new growth is slightly bronzy on top of the darker gray. All manzanitas have a different foliage. Not all manzanitas can handle the blasting sun, so it kind of gives you a clue of where it came from, a little bit of personality about it. Carmel Sur, for example, it likes sun, but not all day sun. It seems to get a little crunchy.
Can you pick one of those up?
It's a really nice one. It looks very formal, actually. There we go. Here it is here. This is a Carmel Sur. See how it kind of sprawls out and then it thickens up. Doesn't have real showy flowers, but it has a little bit. But it'll get about 8 inches tall, and it makes a nice thick ground cover. But again, it does not want all day sun. That's why I put part sun on the sign.
So a garden that has both sun and shade could have a lot of different manzanitas. Is that correct?
Yeah. This one I would say will look awesome near an oak tree where it gets sun, but then as the sun goes around, it would shade it. But it's very drought tolerant. But it just looks beautifully formal. It spreads out and then it thickens up to about 8 inches. Looks really nice. If you Google that, you can see the pictures of what it does.
So let's go over to the other side, and if you could just show us just one more, and then we'll be finished.
Big Sur, Warren Roberts, Vandenberg from the Vandenberg Air Force. This was almost wiped off the planet, but I think it was Nevin Smith saved it. Here's a sign. Nevin Smith from Suncrest saved it from extinction.
Wow.
And Sentinel makes a nice statement, and look at all those cute little flowers, little pink flowers. And it makes a nice, it's smaller than Dr. Hurd, 6, I would say taller than 6, but it has that beautiful structure. Mm-hmm. And as they grow, you're the stylist. You kind of, they're all going to have a little personality, but as it grows, you decide which one goes and open it up a little at a time until it shows its own structure. I have St. Helena here. There's a bigger Sentinel. And a big Lewis Edmonds. I have little guys over there and a bigger bunch over here. Nice. And they last a good, I always say it's a good bang for the buck. They last over 100 years. So, and
you have to put them in your will, huh?
I have a for watering and getting them started. I always put them on a little mini, raise them up a little bit, and I water them by hand, no drip, just maybe every other week at first, and then I go once a month, and then back off as the summers go. But I'm not a fan of drip on these guys.
I just have one last question, which is now a good time to plant manzanita?
Perfect.
And why is that?
It's cool, so if you add water, it's not going to get that heat. They don't like hot, wet soil. A lot of our California plants don't like hot, wet soil. But now's the time. It's going to hopefully start raining, and it can get comfortable on its own. The soil's not going to be hot, and then it can wake up on its own time. Okay, no fertilizer, please. Just mound it up a little bit. And don't forget to put a little bit of mulch on underneath and leave it alone, basically. All right.
Okay, well, thanks very much. Again, this is Judy. She's the manager of the California Native Plants section at Summerwinds Nursery in Palo Alto.
Nice.